When I was living in a place called Vrindavan, there was an old man named Ghanshyam. And he just loved to serve others. I remember one night, it was really cold and it was in the winter, and I used to sleep on the riverbank every night, and I came to see him and I said goodbye. He said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to sleep." He said, "Where do you sleep?" I said, "On the riverbank." He said, "No, tonight it's so cold, you stay here." I said, No, I sleep on riverbank every night." He said, "But tonight it's too cold, you stay here." I said, "All right." Now, he just lived on the floor. He slept on the floor in a hallway of somebody else's house. He had a little temple in a closet where he did his worship. And he had one old blanket. And he gave it to me. I said, "Where's your blanket?" He said, "No need, no need." I said, "This is your blanket." He said, No, it's not my blanket. It's your blanket." I said, "Well, show me your blanket." He said, "No need, no need." I said, "I'm not going to use your blanket. You're 75 years old. I'm 20 years old. I'm not going to take your blanket. It's cold." He said, "No need, no need." I said that I'm going back to the riverbank, and I started walking out. And he said, "Okay, I'll take the blanket." So he laid on the floor, I laid on the floor, and he put the blanket over him. And now from yogis, I learned different ways of keeping warm in the cold. One is when you're laying on a riverbank or in a cave or on the floor, and you use your arm as your pillow and the sky as your blanket. One way to keep warm is you curl up as tight as you can, your body. You curl, and that gives a little heat to keep you a little warm. So I did that, but it was really cold that night. And I kind of dozed off. And a few minutes later, I kind of woke up, and I felt warm. I was wondering, what's going on? Why am I so warm? Then I looked over at Ghanshyam, who was laying next to me, and there was no blanket on him. He was trembling like a leaf in a windstorm. And then I looked, and I saw the blanket was on me. As soon as I fell asleep, he put the blanket on me. So I took that blanket, and very quietly, very secretly, I tried to put it on him, but as soon as I touched him, he jumped up and said, "No need, no need." I said, "Ghanshyam, this is your blanket." He said, "No need, no need. It is not my blanket, it is your blanket." And we started arguing. I said that I'm leaving. And then he said, "All right, I will take it, I will take it." So he put the blanket on him, and I curled up. A few minutes later, I woke up. I was warm. And I looked over, and there was old Ghanshyam, and as soon as I touched him with the blanket, "No need, no need, this blanket must be for you. You must be warm." I said, "Ghanshyam, no, I'm not going to take this blanket." He says, "Please take this blanket." And he would say, "You are Krishna, you are God's friend. And the only joy in my life is to serve those who God loves. God loves everyone. And the only joy in my life is just to serve those who God loves." He was so serious. He was in tears. He didn't mind the cold. He was in ecstasy. I remember there was an old song when I was a little boy that I used to love to listen to. And one of the verses was, "The Jordan River is chilly and cold. It chills the body but warms the soul." Accepting inconveniences for a higher purpose, for an unselfish purpose of helping others, serving God and serving others, is the greatest joy.